Hi, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are checking out the subreddit r/am I the jerk. And this is where people post their stories and they ask, are they the jerk in the situation? And, well, we're here to find out. Today we've got 4 stories that we're going to read. And then at that end, I'm going to talk about why I think that the person in the story is the jerk or not the jerk or somewhere in between, or if everybody sucks. So let's jump right in and check out the stories that we have. First off, we are starting with the post that is titled, "Am I the jerk for going through my friend's closet to find my wedding dress?" Okay. 2 years ago, my husband and I were doing some renovations to our house. I didn't want my wedding dress to get damaged or lost in the process. Okay, makes sense. Which, considering we did lose a few things during the renovation, I was right to be concerned. My friend offered to keep it in her closet until the renovations were done. After we finished the renovations, I asked my friend for the dress back. She kept saying she'd get it back to me. I kept asking, and she'd make excuses, and I found it weird. Yeah, that is super weird. Now, my sister is getting married, and she wanted to wear the dress. This was our mother's dress, and we always agreed we'd each wear it. Y'all were both the same size? Like, okay. I told my friend I need it back. She claimed she couldn't find it. I was perplexed because how does it just get up and walk away? She apologized and offered to pay me the cost of the dress, which I turned down because it wasn't about money. The dress was sentimental, and I felt terrible my sister couldn't wear it. My friend and her husband went away. I was there to water the plants and feed their dogs. I decided to go look myself. The closet was very cluttered, and I eventually found the dress. I can totally believe that she missed where it was, and she wasn't being malicious in the slightest. The box was tucked behind a few larger ones containing seasonal clothes. I texted her saying, "I found the dress." Instead of being happy for me, she asked why I rummaged through her closet. I said I just wanted to double check, and she told me I had no right to go through her things. I said that because of her clutter, my sister almost didn't wear a dress she always dreamed of. My friend told me that I could have asked her to look again, but I pointed out it took 2 years for her to even look in the first place, so am I the jerk? Yeah, no, I don't think you were the jerk in this at all. I definitely would have been there. I would have been there like a month later, after a little bit of giving her a little bit of time and being like, "All right, we're gonna look for this together. You say you can't find it. Cause lady, I want my dress back. Let's find it, cause I need it. I wouldn't have waited no 2 years. No. Because it was my wedding dress. Like, after the renovations were done, I would have been like, all right, this is my dress. I want it. Let's look for it. Point blank to the end. Sorry. There would have been no 2 years passing. Our next post is, "Am I the jerk for potentially being the reason my father and his wife can't adopt or foster?" Ooh, this seems a little bit spicy. Shall we read and find out more? So my father and his wife are unable to have children together. He has me, 16, from his marriage to my mom, which ended because he cheated on her with his now wife. The affair was found out when I was 7, and my mom left him straight after. I split time with both of them, unfortunately, which meant I was around my father and his wife a lot. And she tried to be a second mom to me, which I think was crappy, after she knowingly slept with a married man. She was dating his best friend at the time, too. Ugh. My mom died when I was 12. Then I had to live with my father and his wife and had no escape from them. They tried to make me forgive them, let go of what happened, and they did a bunch of therapy with me. But I always told him I would stop speaking to him as soon as I turned 18. I could see why you would do that. Yep. They found out 3 years ago that they could not have kids together, and almost 2 years ago started the process to adopt a baby from foster care. During the process, I was interviewed. This was in February of this year. I was asked questions about my relationship with my parents, which I corrected and told them that she was not my parent, and he was only by because of blood. Then asked how I would feel about a sibling, and I told them I would have nothing to do with one and was planning to move and never speak to my father once I turned 18. The social worker looked kind of alarmed by that. Yeah, she would definitely have reason to. She asked me about my father's family, and I said they disowned him after he cheated, and so did all of his friends. Oh goodness gracious! You're just being honest, but oh my gosh, this would be so bad. Soon after the interviews were done, they were rejected and told that they could not provide a suitable environment for a child. My father's wife fell apart. I heard her say Mom must have been cursing her from beyond the grave. She's really religious and does believe people can send good or bad luck from beyond the grave. She's still not over the news, and a few weeks ago, my father was telling me I should take pity on her and at least be friendly to her. I asked why I'd do that, and he said her dream of motherhood is over. I told him I didn't care. He asked me if I had something to do with it, and I shrugged. He then went off on me, saying it was cruel to punish them this long. He said that they could provide a child with so much love, and it was wrong to say things that got in the way of that. She sobbed for a week when he told her, "Am I the jerk?" Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! You're not the jerk for telling how you feel you were treated by your parent. Not at all. I mean, if you feel like you were mistreated, um, then that's how you feel. Um, and whatever circumstances came from that, then that was the circumstances that came from that. That's not your fault. That is your parents' fault for not being there and doing those doing those horrible things. Dang! Wow! Just wow! Oof! Goodness gracious! Our next story, our next post, excuse me, is am I the jerk for refusing to take less hours at work even though my wife's alone with the sick kids all day? Mm, mm, I I already have a feeling how I'm gonna feel about this one, but let's read on and see if I gonna change. I, 37 male, have been with my wife since our senior year in high school. We have 6 kids. Oh my gosh, that's so many kids. Between 7 and 15. I work Monday to Friday, 14 hours, 3 days a week, 12 hours, 2 days. My wife is a stay at home mom. Before I get the hate comments, as I've seen in the past, I am extremely grateful. My days off, I take the kids out, and my wife has a day to herself. Or she goes out and I handle chores. I always remind my wife and take her out on date nights a few times a month on my days off. My sister comes by and helps some days throughout the week. Okay, okay, I don't hate you nearly. Not that I hated you, but I don't. Okay, some of my fears are not nearly as bad. We had a financial crisis earlier this year, which resulted in me having these extra hours. It's completely necessary. 4 of our kids do extracurricular. We have to pay for we have to pay for and other necessities. My wife has been asking me to cut back hours, which has been causing arguments because it's simply impossible at the moment. We have young twins, and earlier this week they got the flu, which spread all throughout our home, which has the kids home from school for majority of the week. I could not call off, but it left my wife extremely stressed out. One of our children has autism, and when they are sick, it is a very big crisis in the house with tantrums. I felt horrible, but I couldn't call off. Basically, told my wife Today, my wife shouted at me for over an hour for refusing to take less hours because she's so stressed. She said I get to escape at work and she has a household to run. I tried to explain that I love that I'd love more than anything to be at home more, but I couldn't. But she continued yelling, saying that I was the problem. Am I the jerk? You're not the problem at all, and you're not a jerk. It would probably be helpful, though, to maybe look into hiring, especially during this time when people are sick, hiring somebody to be there, like to help out, um, especially with everybody sick. Asking your sister if she can come by a little bit more. I don't know. Just at some point, the yeah, your wife's at a breaking point right now. It sounds like, and it's not good. So something needs to happen here to help her out. And lastly, am I the jerk for not paying the full amount for a family style dinner where I only ate bread? Ooh, these are controversial. Stuff like this is very controversial. Okay. My wife and I are both vegan, but we don't make a big deal out of it. We don't judge others for their choices, and we don't expect them to accommodate us. We usually just find something we can eat wherever we go, or eat beforehand if we know the options are limited. One of my friends invited us to his birthday dinner at a restaurant in Brooklyn. He said it was a last minute thing, and he didn't have time to make reservations. So we just had to show up and hope for the best. We checked the menu online and saw that there were not many vegan options, except the chips and guacamole, hummus, and bread. We decided to eat a snack at home and then order drinks and appetizers at the restaurant. We also have been tight with money lately because of some medical expenses, so we didn't want to spend too much on food we couldn't eat anyway. When we got to the restaurant, we found out that they were doing it all family style and splitting the bill evenly among everyone. There were about 15 people in our group, and they ordered a lot of food, most of which was meat or cheese based. The only thing we could eat was the bread, so we just had a couple of slices each and 2 beers each. At the end of the night, my friend sent me a Venmo request for $120 for our share of the dinner. I was shocked by the amount since our 4 drinks were only $32 plus tip, so about $40. I texted him back and explained that we didn't know it was going to be family style and that we only had the beers and some bread. I said I would send him $60 to cover our drinks and an extra bit for the bread. He got angry and said we should have told him we were vegan and that it was rude to not participate in the family style dinner. He said that everyone else paid their fair share and that we were being cheap and selfish. He said that he expected us to pay the full amount. The decision to make it a family style meal was done last second too, because the restaurant had no idea a party of 15 was showing up. Otherwise, we could have split the bill per party and been fine. I don't think we did anything wrong. We didn't ask for any special treatment and we didn't complain about the food. We just ate what we could and tried to have a good time. We also didn't want to make a scene or cause any drama by announcing our dietary preferences. We thought $60 was more than enough for what we consumed, and we didn't want to pay for food we couldn't eat. So am I the jerk? Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. I think everybody sucks here a little bit. I don't think he's necessarily wrong that, you could have told him that you guys were vegan before going. Y'all all suck for showing up to a restaurant and not letting them know that a party of 15 was going to be there. I think it also sucks that he expects you to pay $120 when y'all didn't eat. But $60 worth of a meal, I mean, at that, if that. So yeah, no, everybody sucks here. I definitely don't think you should have to pay the $120 though, for what you did eat. So, I don't know. Yeah, everybody sucks. So, but no, he definitely should be talking to you like that. Anyway, if you liked this video, please consider leaving a like. And if you like my content, please consider subscribing to my channel. I would very much appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next one. Have a good day. Bye.